Hello, dear students. Hope all of you are fine and all of you are learning at your home. So, children, once again, I welcome back everyone to our SST class. So, children, we are learning our chapter 5, that is about the Constitution of India. In this chapter, we have learned about the Indian Constitution, need for the Indian Constitution, formation of Indian Constitution, etc. Then we have learned about the directive principles of state policies, fundamental rights and fundamental duties, which I have shown you in different videos so that you can understand it properly. Children, you have to learn it, you have to understand it because it will be helpful for you in future. As we all are citizen of our India, we have the right to know about the constitution of our India. So children, one thing I have left, that is about the preamble. What do you mean by the preamble? What is it? Let us discuss about our preamble. The preamble is the introduction to the Constitution of India. Children, here you can see this is our Constitution of India, where the preamble is the introduction. It is like preface of our Constitution. In December 1976, the preamble was amended by adding the words socialist, secular, and integrity. And the present day preamble reads as like this. Before knowing about this more, we should learn some key words related to our preamble. 9 keywords are there, children. We should know about that. Then only we can understand about the preamble. So, children, what are the 9 keywords? We can tell they are sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic, justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. Now we will discuss about them. First is children, that is our sovereign. Sovereign meaning I have told you, that is self-governing country or supreme power. In sovereign, people have the supreme right to make decisions, internal as well as external matters. No external power can dictate us. Dictate means children we can tell rule or command. No external power, no one can rule us. This is the meaning of our sovereign. That is the supreme power of decision making by the people. Second, children, socialist. As the name tells, it is related to our society or social. In socialist, wealth is generated socially and hence should be shared by the society equally. Government should regulate ownership of land and industries to reduce socio-economic inequalities. This is about the socialist where wealth is generated socially and it should be shared equally by the society. And government regulates ownership of land and industry so that there should not be any socio-economic inequalities. Then children, our secular. Secular means citizens have the complete freedom to follow any religion. No official religion by the state. Government treat all religious equally. Here in secular, government should treat every religion equally. They should give or it should give equal respect to all types of religious people. Government treats all religious practices with equal respect. It should not have official religion. Each and every religion is equal in front of government or in front of our constitution. Children, fourth number is our democratic. Democratic means it is a form of government where citizens or people enjoy equal political rights. I have taught you about the fundamental rights that should be applicable for every citizens of our India. Citizens can elect their own rulers by voting process and they can hold them accountable. The government also has to run in accordance with the basic rules which is already written in our directives principles of state policies. Okay children? Then about republic. What do you mean by republic? Children, republic is what the head of the state is elected person. He should be an elected person. People will elect through voting. We all of you know, isn't it? We are doing voting. Our parents are going to give vote to elect our representative. No hereditary position can become our head. Okay? Like many years before, kings were ruling, then after their sons were ruling our state or country. But accordingly our constitution, it has stopped. People have right to give vote, they have right to select their head of the state or country. Children, sixth is our justice. Justice, this term you all of you know, isn't it? What is this? Justice means what, children? Citizens cannot be discriminated on the grounds of caste, religion, gender. Means no one should discriminate regarding their caste or their religion or their gender. Every person should get equal opportunities. Social inequalities have to be reduced, and the government should work for the welfare of the society for all groups, especially for the social backward groups. Women cannot be discriminated on the grounds of caste, religion, and gender. Okay, children, both men and women cannot be discriminated. Not only for women, everyone should get equal opportunity, equal dignity, equal respect in front of the constitution or in front of our government. Government should look after these things. Children, 7th point is our liberty. What do you mean by liberty? Liberty means, children, there are no unreasonable restriction on the citizen in what they think and what they express. No one can stop them. They can express their thoughts and act the way they want to. Means whatever I am thinking, whatever my feeling, I can express. No one can stop me to do this. This is our liberty. Or you can tell like Swatantra. Means freedom. We are getting freedom to express ourselves. Children, then equality. What is equality? This is very easy, all of you know. All are equal before the law. The traditional and social inequalities should be ended. Government should ensure equal opportunities for all. Okay, children? Everyone should get equal opportunities. There should not be any discrimination related to our caste, gender, then our religion, like that. Children, then our fraternity. What is fraternity? Fraternity is what all of us should be like members of family. We should behave among ourselves like we all are from same family. No one is inferior, no one is superior. We all are equal in front of the law. We should follow the rules and regulations which are given by the government. Okay, children, everyone is same in front of our government or in front of our law. So, children, these were the keywords that I have told you about who is written in our preamble. Now I am reading the preamble. I hope that you will understand what is written over here. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. So, children, here this is written by the people of our country. Means it representing about the people of our country who are telling with deep sincerity. Solemnity means children with deep sincerity. Okay, with deep sincerity, they are marked to our constitute India into sovereign means self-governing country, socialist, everyone, secular means everyone should get, every religion should get equal chance. There should not be any discrimination. Social means socialist means wealth is equally distributed among the people. These things I have already discussed. So, our Indian citizens should follow these things so that we can make a better India. We can make a bright India. We can make our India towards a developed country. Hereby, we are accepting. Adapt means accepting. Enact means making our constitution, making the frame of our law. And we are dedicated towards the country. Dignity means children to be valued or respected by everyone. So, children, this is the preamble of our constitution. So, please you read from your book again so that you will understand it properly. Okay, children, thank you.